I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio and Golden Rule Media and also Never Stop Entertainment. This is amazing. This is going to be an amazing interview. We have amazing people here today. I'm just so very excited. I mean, this music that they did was just like, the backdrop to my life. I'm sorry. It was just like always there. Every party that I ever went to, and I was a little kid. So it was a party where I was inside of the room and everybody else was in the living room having a party and I was behind the TV. But it was great because I grew up with this kind of music. I grew up listening to these guys and they're just still amazing and they're putting out new music. They got songs out with Beyonce. I mean, I'm just a little person here. My name is Yaya Diamond and here are the Isley Brothers. Welcome to the show, guys.
All right now. What's
How
up?
you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So, some people don't know, the story of the Isley Brothers, how you guys got started. There's just so many amazing stories out there of, people getting started and rising to fame, even in the midst of not knowing that they're rising to fame. How did it happen for you guys?
Wow, I started off with my mother and father singing at about 2 years old and singing in church songs. And my other brothers, we developed a group about the time I was about 5 years old, and that's how it all started. My mother teaches music, and they always wanted to have a quartet, and that's what they had. We had first we had the four brothers, and later on, 10 years later, we had the other two brothers, Ernie and Marvin. And when one day we knew we would become self-contained, and that we kind of had to wait for that to happen.
Mm. I absolutely love that. I love that the parents actually stepped in. What was it like for you as things started to progress? And maybe Ernie can answer this. As things started to progress, and you guys kind of figured out that you were, rising to fame or stardom. What was that like for you?
Well, for me, I had a chance to see my older brothers performing. Um, be sitting in a dark theater and they'd hit the stage and the audience would go crazy. And and that was a marvelous experience to witness. And later on, as I grew up and I became a musician, I had a chance to perform with them in live, and that even made it more of a thrill for myself and Marvin and Chris, uh, and we got into eventually we got into the 3+3 thing, with that lady Summer Breeze and Harvest for the World and Fight the Power and Between the Sheets, all this music that actually went technology wise uh, to the MTV rap generation. I love it when you call me Big Pop. It was Between the Sheets and Today Was a Good Day. I didn't have to use my AK. See you at the crossroads and Aaliyah doing At Your Best, You Were Love. So, not to mention the fact that now, we have Beyonce, doing a duet, Make Me Say It Again, Girl, which was a hit, a monster hit all over again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was, and it still is, and
Mhm.
it brings back that memory. That music is still rooted in, the music that came out previously before like the 90s, before like the 70s and the 80s. Music was like the start of like this whole movement towards amazing music, amazing lyrics, amazing songwriting, groups and people. How do you guys go about writing?
Good
Well,
question.
you
But
write what you think you feel first, and you write something that you think is going to mean something for the people, and write about the things that they're doing, and Hope you have a successful hit.
Wow. Wow. And
That's what
Ernie, how do you do
that's
it?
my part of it.
Yeah, Ernie,
Mm-hmm.
how do you go about writing?
That's a good question. You get inspired. First of all, you get inspired, and the songs have a way of coming to you. Uh, Fight the power, or uh, at your best, you are loved. Between the sheets, it has a way of coming to you, and you bounce it off the other brothers to where we uh, get it to sound the way we want it to sound. And then when it comes out into the public, and the way the public embraced it was just wow. So we always have fun with that part of it.
And I can't help but ask, that whole thing of you're getting on stage and you're getting ready to perform in front of the people, and you get that reaction. What does that feel like to you? I mean, is that nirvana? Is that something that you search for every single time? I mean, do you love doing that?
You search for it every time, and you love doing it. You just that's so important to you to see the response of the people and to feel the love from the people.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gotta get a idea of it being kind of like one of those things where, okay, this is the pinnacle of where we've arrived because of all the work that we've done. The people absolutely love it, and they cherish the music, and not only that, they appreciate that you've given your lives towards music. How does that feel to give your lives towards something that really truly means something to you?
It means everything. Like Ernie said, wow. It means everything. That's what we look forward to. That's the accomplishment that we get. You get that feeling that you give something to the people, and people give the love right back to you like you want it.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You know, we all make mistakes, right? What was the biggest mistake that you guys made that really wasn't a mistake? It was kind of like, oh my gosh, that kind of turned out great.
Mm.
Mistake. Um, can't say it was a mistake. Um, there's sometimes the song can be uh, so big that it's going to override uh, what you might think uh, is a mistake. You know,
We
the
thought we thought Twist and Shout was sort of like a mistake. Uh, it wasn't the record that we planned for to come out. We had planned for another record written by Burt Bacharach, Hal Davis, to come out, and uh, and that didn't work. We did the song "Twist and Shout," and we did it for about 3 minutes, and the session was over, and we thought to ourselves, we didn't hear the record back. It's kind of like a mistake, and we were kind of disappointed. And when the DJ played it about 3 or 4 times, it was one of the biggest records we had at the time, and it went on to be the big record for the Beatles a couple of years later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, the reason I ask you that is because a lot of people are scared to put stuff out because they don't think that it's going to resonate. Or when they put it out, they think that it is a mistake, like you said, and then it resonates. So should we be afraid to do that? Should we be afraid to take risks? Should we just be afraid to put something out that we don't think is going to go big?
No, you have
No,
to roll the dice. That's a part of it. You have to roll the dice. You don't know. The first time I heard "It's Your Thing," Ronald was singing it in the front door of my mother's house. And it starts out real little, but by the time it gets into the studio and comes out, it is like a Frankenstein of a hit. So you have to roll the dice. That's a part of the whole recording experience. You have to. You don't
Yeah.
do that, you won't have nothing.
There you go. There you go. I've had so many people on the show, and I love getting this advice from people who have gone before, because a lot of people are scared and timid, and they're scared to see their progress. They really are scared. But when you jump out there and you do it, you just gotta do it. And the record labels and the music industry and everything about the music business has changed so much. What kind of advice do each of you give to the people who are, going after their goals and their dreams?
Wow. What? If you asked me that 15 years ago, I would have told you one kind of question. But right now, right now, the way the business is going now, streaming, and we just put out this album. We just now released the vinyl for the whole album. Uh, it's so it's so much different. I don't like the way it is, but you just follow how it's going. And you might have a better answer 6 months from now.
A
Uh,
different answer 6
yeah,
months from
yeah,
now.
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we have album out now, and it had a tremendous hit with Beyonce, and it lasted 8 to 9 months on the charts, 10 in the top 10, and it, top five and top six single for the beginning of the album. Uh, and
Wow.
now this new record, uh, the last time, is on its way to do the same thing. And I'm looking at it like some of the fans are looking at it like, wow. But I can't gauge it like I could gauge the previous records before this, the ones that came 2 years before this.
Mhm.
It was a different type of business. And
Yeah,
this,
it was. It's changing like so rapidly. But you do have new music out. Tell me about your new album and putting out vinyl. I mean, I thought vinyl was dead. I mean, CDs coming back. That's. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
So tell me about that.
the vinyl's coming back. So we were, amongst the first people to notice that. And like Ernie said, we took a gamble. We said, hey, let's spend some money and put the vinyl out. And so that's what we did. And I'm sure it will be successful. Uh, this particular album, we have a lot of rappers on it: Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, 2 Chain, uh, uh, Quavo, and Takeoff. And Earth, Wind and Fire, and Elder Boy, and Trey Songz. We put the kitchen sink on this album. Before they can say what's happening, hey, don't tell me about the rappers. We got more rappers than you can name on there. Doing special raps. And so we look forward for it to do, and it's on our label, and so we can release what we want to release when we want to release, and what we believe in.
Hmm.
Having your own label too. I mean, what's that like for you guys?
You get a chance to, like I said, it costs a lot of money, and it's a bigger gamble than anybody would want to take. But if you have to believe in yourself and believe what you're doing, and in order for it to be successful with it, and at this time in life, you know, I have to really believe in myself, you know, because I want to be successful, and I want the people to love what we're doing. So we have to know what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ernie, as you sit here and you're the youngest member of the Isley Brothers, as far as I'm concerned, like you came in a little bit later after that you saw your brothers singing and performing. What is it like for you to be a part of this whole thing for so long and to see all of this growth, even from the outside, now you're inside?
Well, actually, my brother Marvin was the youngest
Oh,
of the six brothers.
no, I'm talking
He
about
was brother number.
did you come in
Marvin was
last?
brother number six. I'm brother number five.
You brother number five?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so cool to have so
Yeah.
many brothers. Do you have
Yes.
any sisters?
Yeah. It's quite a perk to have. Now you're asking what it was like. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, coming. I know it's been a while, and I know, but coming out from the outside, looking at it from the outside, you have another perspective. Even if it was so far, even if it was a while ago, you still have that perspective of seeing them, and now you're on the stage. What is that like for you?
well, actually, it was always from the inside.
Mm,
Um, for Marvin and I, because we were part of the family, and you have a chance to hear uh, Twist and Shout before they record it. Actually, hear the demo, or you have a chance to hear, as I said before, to hear "It's Your Thing" with Ronald singing it in the doorway. A cappella. You have it, and when you see something like that, and it grows and it turns into something that you would never have imagined in terms of it being a hit and an influence. It's like your entire experience for me with my family, with the brothers. It's always been uh, from the inside. So in that way, we're not really surprised because we have a chance to see it when it's little. You have a chance to hear uh, between the sheets before it comes on the radio.
yeah, yeah,
And then when it comes on the radio and the audience embraces it like that and then re-embraces it and re-embraces it, it's like, man, we came up with a song that is bedrock for a lot of folks' musical careers. And we had a number of songs like that. Paul McCartney said, Ernie, if it weren't for the Isley Brothers, Beatles would still be in Liverpool. I was like, wow, thank you. So
wow,
we've had a lot of um, music and the way it's embraced and the success, and you see it start out at a small level and it grow into a level that you would never have imagined. The fact that the music went from where it was in the 70s and then it got into the technology with the MTV and rap, and you see our music came back in a way that, hey man, somebody reimagined it and made it theirs. So and embraced it. So it's been wow. Just you'd have to have lived it to really know and to have an understanding of it, and that makes what's going on right now even that much more. It's a good word. Appreciation
yeah.
for all of it.
Yeah. And I always have a reason for asking these questions because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that, some of them are too young to actually join the group. So they get jealous or they envy their brothers or their sisters. But at certain moments, it's now time for you to join in. And I ask that because I don't want people to feel like as if they're excluded. You have something to do, but you just have to be where you're supposed to be at this moment.
True.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That will be that one thing that I'm doing now that I want to do, and I hope that, and I know it will be successful. Our family is a prayed family from the beginning, from the mother and father. Uh, it's any success we have is normal, but we don't know we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to happen because our family is a prayed up family. And we have God's blessing with everything that we try to do.
I hear you. I hear you. Definitely, definitely. Well, my gosh, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this show. This is the Isley Brothers, guys, and I know you have heard them so many times. Please get the album. What is the name of the new album that's out right now? I already
Make
heard
me
it.
make me say it again, girl. Is the name of the
Ooh.
album.
Mhm.
Yes. And this new single is
No,
Last Time.
last time.
I would like to say God bless everybody for hanging with us for 64 years and still hanging with us. You know, God bless you.
Yeah, the
Def-
fans have been tremendous with their musical support from all around the world and through the generations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.